Hi, welcome back to Let's Chat. I'm your host, Nikki Luciano. We have Missy, Mason, Destiny, Mia, and Delilah with us today. I think we're just going to spend the day catching up. Um, this week, I kind of want to talk about movies. I've been checking into some of the movies that are out right now and some of the movies that are up and coming. Last night, we had the misfortune, in my opinion, of watching the movie The Reading. And, oh, it was 2 nights ago. My days run into each other. You have to forgive me. It's called The Reading. And let me see here. It's got Monique in it, and she plays Emma Leeden. And she loses her family in a horrific murder scene. And she has this psychic come in who is famous for her readings, but they also scam people. And it takes a twist that I don't want to give away the whole movie in case anybody does want to watch it, but it turned more into a murder mystery type thing than a paranormal type movie like I was looking for. The trailer, you got to watch the trailer, but then realize that it's not going to be what's in the trailer. I mean, it builds you up for one thing and it twists and turns, and it's very suspenseful. What did you guys think of it?
I mean, I liked it.
You liked it? Okay.
Yeah, rather than just, I don't know, sitting there watching a reading. I don't know. Definitely, I like action movies better. So it was like a good, kind of like paranormal and action movie.
Yeah, I guess if you look at it that way, yeah, I like action movies too. So. But if Destiny liked it, it had to be good.
I fell asleep.
It was okay.
Mason fell asleep.
It definitely had its funny parts too. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Watching her run past the door being chased by the murderer.
Well, I don't know if it's just me, but have you ever noticed, and I am far, far, far from racist, did you ever notice in movies, like scary movies with black people, they are funny as hell? Because it's like, oh, are we even on?
You guys are, but mine and Desi's microphones aren't working.
Oh no. Check the plugs. One moment, please. We're having
Oh, you guys
technical
can keep
difficulties.
I've got nothing to talk about.
Okay. One of the movies that I'd like to see is called Operation Fortune. And it has, who's in this one? Jason Statham. It looks like a really good movie. I'm going to read the synopsis of the movie. It says, elite spy Orson Fortune must track down and stop the sale of a deadly new weapon technology wielded by billionaire arms broker Greg Simons. Reluctantly teamed up with some of the world's best operatives, Fortune and his crew recruit Hollywood's biggest movie star, Danny Francesco, to help them on their globe-trotting mission to save the world. I like kind of action movies, like Bruce Willis movies and Lethal Weapon stuff. But I thought that one would be interesting. What do you guys think of it? Another one is called Red One. Red One is an upcoming American action-adventure Christmas film directed by Jake Kasdan. It doesn't really say much about it. It's got Dwayne Johnson in it, so almost anything that Dwayne Johnson's in I want to watch because I find him hilarious. But I guess that one's already out. The next one, We Have a Ghost. We saw that one the other day. What did you guys think of that?
It was funny.
It was funny.
Me
Yeah.
and Mason died. We watched the trailer about 5 times in a row just to rewatch this one part about Jesus.
Jesus,
It was
he was outside the
horrible,
window.
but it was too funny not to laugh at.
And then my TV kept like, because I think
Netflix
it's-
was glitching. or
Netflix
something.
was glitching, so I was trying to play the trailer, and it kept glitching like right at that part. So we rewatched it like 15 times.
Yeah, I don't usually like things that make fun of Jesus, but this movie
Yeah.
was hysterical.
Yeah, me neither, but it was too funny not to laugh at it.
I don't. Yeah, it was her reaction to seeing Jesus outside the window.
So watch the trailer for We Have a Ghost and decide for yourself. It's weird not hearing Missy talk. She
Make
doesn't.
no illness, love. No.
Cut the mic.
We're done.
Another movie that I'd like to see is called Champions.
Mason write a
And-
movie.
I'm trying to make money here.
Oh.
It says a former minor league basketball coach receives a court order to manage a team of players with intellectual disabilities. So it's kind of like, what do they call that? Special Olympics basketball. And it's got Woody Harrelson, Caitlin Olsen, Mike Smith, and Kevin Lanucci. I don't know. I like heartwarming stories like
I
that.
hate Woody Harrelson though.
Yep.
I can't say anything because Bill from Gunner and Bill looks like an older Woody Harrelson.
As long as it doesn't act like him.
No, he doesn't. It's just some of his facial expressions reminds me of him.
He's the coach guy off of Hunger Games. Yeah.
I like him.
And
He
before your
always plays
time,
the addict in every
before
movie.
your time, he was Woody from Cheers.
In Hunger Games, I can tolerate him.
Yeah.
Other movies,
No.
intrusive thoughts want to take over.
What was that movie with what's his name? Will Smith. You notice how I do the slap motion? Will Smith. And it was Will Smith's movie, and Woody Harrelson played the blind guy. Not Eli. Elijah.
I don't like Will Smith either.
What was that?
7 pounds maybe?
7 pounds, I think, where
He had to like,
he ended up killing himself by putting that jellyfish in the bathtub. Woody Harrelson was good in that movie.
must not have irritated me too much because I don't remember.
Mm. I like him.
Tracy Gamwell says hi.
Hi, Tracy. Another movie I'd like to see is called Jesus Revolution. It says, in the 1970s, Greg, Laurie, and a sea of young people descend on sunny California to redefine truth through all means of liberation. Inadvertently, Laurie meets a charismatic street preacher and a pastor who open the doors to a church counterculture. Oh wait, to a stream of wandering youth. There you go. Brain fart. What unfolds is counterculture movement that becomes the greatest spiritual awakening in American history. It like takes place back in the 70s, so I don't think you guys would really get it. And if you watched it, you'd be like, what a bunch of freaks. But
What was the movie with Woody Harrelson in it?
that was Champions.
Champions. Tracy was asking.
Yeah. And that one has, let's see, Kelsey Grammer in it. I know Kelsey Grammer out of all the actors in it. But Jesus Revolution.
Here's another one from Cheers.
Yeah. What else? He has a show. It's called, where he's like the psychiatrist. What the hell was the name of that?
It hasn't been on for years.
Yeah. Well, I'm old. What do you want from me? This one looks really interesting. It's called Missing. When her mother disappears while on vacation in Colombia with her new boyfriend, June's search for answers is hindered by international red tape. stuck thousands of miles away in Los Angeles. June creatively uses all the latest technology at her fingertips to try to find her before it's too late. However, as she digs even deeper, her digital sleuthing soon raises more questions than answers. That looks really good. I was watching the trailer for that, and I got, you know how I get when there's like an action movie. I get really obnoxiously loud, and I scream at the TV, and I start flailing my arms and screaming.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm weird, but I have fun. What do you guys think of the new Winnie the Pooh movie, Blood and Honey?
Stupid.
Yeah.
I've never seen.
I haven't heard much about it.
It says new feral and bloodthirsty Winnie the Pooh and Piglet terrorize Christopher Robin and a group of young women at a remote house.
Wasn't it made just for a film festival project?
I believe so, but it turned out that it's coming to theaters, and everybody's warning you, don't take your children. This is not a Disney movie.
Yeah.
I think it's personally stupid.
I think it'd be funny to watch, honestly.
Yeah, if you were high or drunk.
I mean, me, Missy, and Desi went to see the Scream movie, and we were the only 3 people in the theaters laughing.
Well, that's because you come from twisted roots.
I mean, she was dressed as the Scream person, and then she was holding a knife to the person, and then she went to pretend to stab him, and she went,
Yeah. Okay.
And we also saw like Hungry Games.
Hungry Games, yeah.
Starving Games.
Starving, that's the one.
Um,
But I'm through me for a room. I've watched that like 20 times.
the new movie Scream 6 is coming out.
We're
That
going
was
to
the
see it.
next movie that I was going to
Told
talk
me I
about.
closed it.
I think the thing that fucked
I'm
me
busy
up
Tuesday.
mentally on that
It's my
is
procedure.
that Jenna Ortega is in it.
Love
If
that.
she wouldn't have been in the Wednesday movie,
Sure.
I think I could have watched this particular Scream movie. I was never a fan of the Scream movie, but this one actually looks kind of good, but I cannot get past Jenna Ortega.
Jenna Ortega was in the last one, too.
One.
Oh, I didn't see that
She
one.
She
was
was in that one, and
She's
that's kind of what made her blow up even more.
Because of
It was all
Wednesday.
because of that damn dance. If she wouldn't have done that cringy ass dance and have everybody in America trying to do the Wednesday dance, I think I would have been all right with it. But she wore on my nerve like,
It even irritates her.
She doesn't like the dance anymore.
No, she's
People bring it up, and she's like, next question.
yeah.
Well, because it wasn't like an actual part of the movie.
Well, it was
Yeah,
choreographed.
she
On the spot.
on the spot. She didn't like practice
She didn't
and
plan
think
it.
about
But-
she just went with it.
I'm sorry to anybody that does have epilepsy, but it did remind me of a seizure.
I mean, that's Wednesday's character, though. Is she's a
Mhm.
creepy, cringy, awkward person.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Jenna Ortega is honestly one of the best actresses
Mhm.
in a while.
If I could get myself brainwashed to forget all about her in Wednesday, I could probably stomach
And
it.
honestly, I think she played an amazing Wednesday Addams.
Mhm. Better than any of the other
Yeah.
cast ones.
I mean, I probably could have tolerated her if it weren't for that dance.
I don't even pay attention to it anymore. I don't even see anything about it anymore. Like,
Oh, it's still on. Now they've got twins doing it, and
but they all go off of your
Recently
algorithm,
watched.
and if you watch it, it's gonna keep popping.
If you
more and
scroll
more and more.
past it,
If
they
you,
know.
if you scroll, it doesn't. That's
Destiny is wrecking the
There was-
place. She's
oh,
taking her microphone.
There's a
down.
week straight where all I heard coming from Mom's phone was the Wednesday. Yeah, the Bloody Mary song.
Yeah, I don't even.
No, that's because as I'm, because like I said, when I wake up in the morning, Facebook is my newspaper that I scroll through, like, the Sunday paper, and I'm seeing all these idiots on all the reels doing this damn dance.
Did you
Scroll
watch
past
it?
it. Yeah.
No, I scroll past them.
Not fast enough.
And
Yeah.
as, I click on one, I see a little girl, and I'm like, oh, okay, cute little kid. Turn it on. Boom, she's doing the Wednesday dance.
Mhm.
Click off of it,
I think the only thing that, like, the show and the dance didn't annoy me. What annoys me is all the people who think that they can do the dance.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, that's like,
Delilah.
what was that song? The Kiki song, what is that?
I
Where
don't
they
know.
were,
Drake should fall off the face of the earth.
yeah, where they were, jumping out of their vehicle and doing this dance.
If somebody jumped out of my vehicle to do a dance, I would speed off.
No, I would back up so the door would knock them to the
I'm not
ground.
damaging my car. You're not worth my car door.
You can't get an insurance
What happened?
Are you speaking from experience?
claim. Wait, my mic on? Oh.
Okay, what do you guys think of the cocaine bear?
I think that was like, it's gonna be hysterical.
Never heard of
A
it.
bear jacked up on a lethal dose of cocaine and he just
Yeah.
wreaks havoc on everything.
Well, here's the
So,
synopsis.
Ted,
After a 500-pound black bear consumes a significant amount of cocaine and embarks on a drug-fueled rampage, an eccentric gathering of cops, criminals, tourists, and teenagers assemble in a Georgia forest.
dumb.
I did not get to see that trailer yet, but I don't know. I just don't groove on shit that promotes drugs or even talks about them, really.
Keep bears off the road.
Didn't the bear ever watch the commercials? Say no. Just say
Never took a
no.
deer class.
Yeah, he must not have taken the dare class. Anyway, I don't know. Any movies that you guys have heard of or seen that looked interesting to you?
Literally the only movie that I've heard of in a while is the Scream movie.
Yeah, that's because that's what you're focused on.
That's literally the only commercial I've seen.
Yup.
Remember when we, like last summer or the summer before, I forgot which it was. It's been a long time since we actually went to a theater together. But as soon as we sit down and they start showing all the commercials before the movie, I sit there and I've got like Desi on one side of me, Mason on the other, or Missy, and I'm like, I want to see that one. I want to see that
But
one.
then by the end of the movie, we forget which.
I
I
used
know.
to carry around a little notebook with me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And whenever, like, I would, like,
that.
see a commercial for a movie, Tanner and I had like a list hanging on the side of our fridge of like the movies we wanted to watch. And
What I hate is that they show it like 6 months to a year in advance.
Yeah, I know. It's coming next summer.
I
Tell
would
me
look at
next
the name of
spring.
the movie and then the release date.
Yeah.
And I used to have like just one of those little notebooks like Dad used to carry for his estimates in his pocket.
Yeah, like Blue's Clues.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Tracy said, I've got to go. Great hearing you. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thanks, Tracy. See you later.
Ross was trying to close the door.
Mhm.
Literally got up on the door and started pushing.
Yeah, my cat's trying to close us into my office here. I don't know. I just hate it because I sit here and I go, my memory span is like gone when it comes to movies. And I'll sit here and I'm like, what movie do you guys want to see? And they're like, I don't know, what's out? And I was like, well, when is that one movie coming out with the fangs and the thing and the thing and the thing, And they're like, Mom, lay off the crack pipe,
See, that's why my notebook is with me. Open it up and be like,
I'm hoping for the Scream movie they do like the Amazon, like the early release type of thing.
Mhm.
Because I like sitting on the couch to watch movies.
Did you guys hear? I didn't check into it. I did.
Yeah, the house.
I glanced. I Googled
Come
it.
over and watch a movie.
They're talking today that it's raining worms in Beijing.
That's
I've
a
seen a video.
Where
That's a
there's
transition.
actually worms falling out of
We
the
were just talking
sky.
about movies.
Yeah. Speaking of spaghetti, there's worms in Beijing.
Yeah. Speaking of movie theater food.
Yeah.
Worms.
Yeah.
What'd you see, Desi?
I tried to scroll past it because it's gross. But
Yeah.
I've just seen a bunch of cars covered in worms. And
Yeah, that's all I saw too. I was in a hurry right before
Are
the
they all parked
show.
under trees?
Yeah.
What?
So are they all parked under trees?
Nope.
Underground.
Right.
No, they're actually falling from the sky. They
There's-
said it's
I forgot
because
what
some
state.
kind of a storm going on in Beijing.
But there's some state that like once or twice a year, it literally storms spiders.
Oh, fuck no. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, they said like, because the wind changed and like.
Where are the
something-
spiders coming from? It's just
Yeah.
sucking
they
them off
said,
the ground?
I don't know where you're from, but where I'm from, rain does not turn in, like raindrops do not turn into spiders and then fall down on you.
No.
I don't know where you
I would off myself. Don't touch me.
Yeah, I'm freaked up on these.
What's so important?
What is worth my life? Sweet woman.
She can't, she's laughing too hard. She scared you so badly. Oh,
Her
Lord.
armpit started spraying.
Don't touch me.
Oh, Lord. Well, look at when we were living in Muskego on Cornell Circle, and remember that, Missy?
She was saying that we should bring up the chemical thing that's happening in Ohio.
Ooh, that's a very, very touchy subject with me. Very, very touchy.
She doesn't like him.
Or Ohio.
No, it's, I just don't like the way it's being handled after the trade derailments, and, you know, I mean, that's a story for another day. I don't wanna get kicked off of YouTube, so I'm gonna leave it alone. Yeah. Mason's crunching on Pringles potato chips into the microphone.
And the people what they want.
No, we were living on Cornell Circle in Muskego, and we looked out the window one day, and there was a big swarm of bees that was like as big as 3 big long buildings. I mean, it was just freaking huge, and it was covering the sky, and it was swarming over the house, and people were pulling their kids in the house off the street.
I mean, I could have went into anaphylactic shock.
I would have died.
We went outside and the sky was just black.
They went outside.
And that was like, what, 18 years ago?
We've been here for 17 years.
Yeah. But I don't know. There's weird shit. I mean, I swear this is all like biblical shit, you know?
I mean,
I guess I shouldn't say biblical and shit in the same sentence.
Sure.
But you know what I mean.
there's more than just us on this earth. Bees don't all just, it's not just one every
We all-
12 square
And
feet.
you know, like people complain like, oh, there's a dead deer, we're invading their habitat, and they're here first, blah, blah.
There's places they can go.
But it's the same with bugs.
Yeah.
We literally tore their house to pieces to break ground for that building.
Mm-hmm.
We literally unhomed them.
I mean, I don't know how
And the
people.
swarm of bees, I mean, it was fucking Alfred Hitchcock type shit, you know?
Okay, we're gonna talk about that, we're gonna do this. How come during COVID there was no birds?
That is
That
very
is
true.
Yeah, I remember that. We talked about that back in 2021.
And even like all the bugs were cut
Yeah.
back.
Yeah,
Except for the
That's also
stink bugs.
When
those
stink
nasty
bugs came around.
Yep,
with
that's
COVID.
when we started being overrun. We had thousands of stink bugs
But
in
we
our
usually have
windows.
that in Muskego too. We go
No,
outside.
that was the box elders.
Back soldiers, I mean, we have a nest on the side of our house.
Yeah,
I'm gonna burn the house tonight.
okay.
The best way to get rid of those is Dawn dish soap and water, and then you put it in your sprayer.
My microphone isn't working.
Why doesn't it work?
I don't know, it's not picking up. I think one of the cords is loose.
Uh-oh. Well, we'll check that after the podcast, I
Mhm.
guess, unless you want to work on it while we're talking.
I'd be disconnecting stuff. We'll work on it after.
Anyway, what do you make of this whole worms in Beijing?
This is the first time hearing about it because I don't watch the news or anything news related.
Mm-mm.
Well, it popped up on my feed, and I was like,
And
and it said it was the New York Times. It was the New York Times, and it popped up on my feed, and I was like, bullshit. And I Google searched it, and all these major news outlets are
I don't
talking
even
about
go
it.
on Facebook.
I do, but it's just like there's nothing news related that can
If I do go on Facebook, it's to watch construction videos on the reels where people have like these little hacks.
Yeah.
That's it.
I only go on Facebook, well, number one for the memes, but for number two, I like going on there I'm trying to promote my books. I have certain people that I do talk to on there, you know, like Gunnar and Bill and shit like that. It's just, I don't get into the drama, and I hate Facebook basically because of the fact that you're not allowed to speak openly. It's very censored. I think it's a crock of shit, and I'm gonna leave it at that. 8 more days until spring, guys. Can't tell by looking out our window. It looks like somebody shook our snow globe and we're in the middle of it. It's snowing like crazy. It looks like a winter wonderland. We just got hit with like 8.5 inches of snow a few days ago. And they were talking last night, we were supposed to get 1 to 3 inches and then another inch today and another inch tonight. But it's thankfully not sticking to the ground. It's sticking to the grass, but not like the driveways or the sidewalks or anything like that. I'm just anxious for spring because I can't wait to start going on our adventures.
Like now.
Like now.
If spring starts in 8 days, that means we have a trip in 8 days, right?
Well,
Wait.
Mia got Panda Express for lunch today.
Again,
And,
Another Panda delivery.
let them sleep. Sleep. So she got a fortune cookie, and it says, "You hold the key to success." And she's like, "I don't even know where success is." Blah blah blah.
I
said,
don't have a cop.
we gotta go find success. I have the key. We just gotta go find it now. Orange chicken.
Yeah, she had orange chicken today.
Orange chicken, white rice. It is actually really
Orange
good.
chicken and white rice, so good.
I tried
think
it for
orange-
the first time today.
I think it'd be good with Spanish rice too. I know it's cross culture, but I don't care.
I like red beans and rice. I don't get into red beans and rice.
Yeah, I like beans. I don't like refried beans that much, just because it's like baby food.
I like refried beans, not.
No, it's very like dry and tacky on the roof of your mouth.
What is?
Refried
It's
beans.
just
You don't eat refried beans without the red sauce.
But
That's
also-
what's all dry.
But also at Taco
yeah,
Bell, I'll
cheese.
get the beans and cheese, the pintas and cheese. I'll get that. I know.
Yeah. But it's gotta have the red sauce.
The refried beans are different. It's just like dehydrated beans that they throw water into.
I'll take that.
But it's
I'll take that and put it on top of the Spanish rice and mix it up and slap some guacamole
when
on
I was
top.
pregnant with Mia,
The first mistake.
I would get Herschel tacos, supreme, no tomatoes,
Loser.
and then pinches cheese on the side, and I put my pinches cheese on my taco.
No.
Oh, yeah. That's like a tostada that you get at Taco Bell. They take a hard shell taco and they smack beans down, the refried beans down, and then they put the taco fixings
She's
on
explaining to the viewers.
She's looking right at me though.
You're the viewer.
I used to work at Taco Bell.
top. I have to make eye contact with somebody while I'm talking to the microphone.
Here.
The eyes on our microphone.
Here. Look at your picture on the screen.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna put the yeah.
Or a mirror.
No, but when we
America?
go on our,
The mayor of Whoville.
when we go on our road trips, our weekend road trips, I can't go for Why?
I mean, not this month.
Why?
My procedure's Tuesday.
Honey, you'll be over it.
That's why I said not this month.
Yeah, you need to go.
Okay. Well, for your birthday.
Happy
What
birthday
date is
to all of us.
What day does your birthday fall on?
Thursday.
Perfect.
So we leave Friday.
Well,
I might be starting I'm pretty sure I'm starting schooling
That's
in
not like a
April.
you problem.
Yeah.
you don't go to school on weekends, love.
I know.
So, like, say you have class on Thursday, you come home, we pack our shit, and we.
That's if I don't have class on Friday.
Okay.
We'll cross that
We'll
bridge.
cross that bridge.
Or we leave after class.
We go on
We
these.
waited till Tanner got home from work before.
I hate that so much.
I know, because I hate getting a late start. Like, if we're gonna leave home.
I don't want to get there when it's dark.
Yeah, because check-in at the hotel is like 3 o'clock usually.
And
I
I
want
like
to be
getting
there
there
at
at
2:30.
3. I like being on the road by like 9, 10 o'clock. Like,
Just take my sheets, wrap them around me,
what? No.
hoist me into the back of the Jeep.
Oh, you're having a full itinerary for this summer's plans.
And what?
At 9 o'clock in the morning, I bite people at 9
You're
o'clock
not
in the
driving though.
morning.
I gotta drive those couple hours to get where we're going, and then by the time we get there, then it's
Hunty,
like
I have to
1.
be up and have this makeup collage put on the face.
a you problem.
I mean,
I told you, I bite.
even if we left at noon, that'd be a bigger improvement than what we did for all of our other trips.
5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Rain.
And then she doesn't even come with.
But we go on these weekend adventures, and since we're all
Where'd you go
related
by?
here, we go looking for like the land where our ancestors used to live. we've been doing all this genealogy stuff and finding the lands, where our relatives lived. And we find their graves and we go and visit them and, pay our respects to our family members. And we do ghost hunting, tons and tons of ghost hunting. And I'm so excited to bring these lives, start doing more lives and bringing them to whatever viewers want to see them.
I like what we did, was it last summer where we went to Bloody Bear Bridge?
I believe that was in 2021.
No, that was last year.
I think it was last year.
No, it wasn't.
I was pregnant when we went to it.
True that.
You're always pregnant. You're like your mother.
True that. But
I
yeah.
watched
So
the
it was
Geiger
either-
commercial
so it was
when
either
I'm
like a
not
couple months ago, or like last year, or it was like 3 years ago.
It was
So-
when you were pregnant with Georgia.
Okay.
It was last summer. But
Okay.
I like what we did there where we hunted down old like urban legends that are around here.
Oh,
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
gonna
that's
do a
fun.
lot more of that this
And then
year.
like we went to the restaurants and tried to like talk to people.
That was useless. But I think
Oh, no, it wasn't useless because we had the wildest adventure with that. Being chased out of the city.
I'm saying with the restaurant.
being uncooperative, like, oh,
But
no,
Oh, no, but that was one of the keys.
I think that
They
spoke
were
louder than them talking. It
Yeah,
was like that city covers up for something.
yeah.
It was very culty, that whole experience.
yeah, definitely got a
And it started
weird
at the
vibe
Boy
when there was
Scout.
like,
It started at Boy Scout
They
Lane.
shunned us. And they literally, I swear, they literally followed us around the town.
And they chased us out of the city.
They probably knew what hotel room we were in.
no joke, like that whole time we were getting chased by the golf cart.
Yeah.
I wasn't breathing.
Those were ATVs, golf cart.
It was like a golf cart.
There,
It was a UTV.
Yeah. Literally wasn't breathing because as like this is happening, I'm picturing like Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
How this is
Like,
gonna play out in the movie theaters?
Exactly. Who's going to play me when I die?
It got to a point when Mom released a video like, this is our last known location. If you don't hear from us, they got us.
It was
That was some
insane.
total Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
But we didn't take pictures of them. So stupid.
I was driving.
Yeah, I should have been videoing the whole thing and getting these people
Well,
on camera.
totally.
We gotta go back there this year.
In one of those, you know,
Uh-huh.
I have school. And I go to school on the weekend.
But did you guys notice
I take
they're
back
riding
there.
around in these like $20,000-$30,000 UTVs and shit, but their house was this old shack.
Because they were paid the money for that.
They have these run down, beat down, they look like abandoned houses, from like,
That's why the crime rate's low, because you got nothing I want.
but then they've got parked out on the
Bodies are all
front
hidden.
lawn, all these expensive
That
UTVs.
guy on the bike.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That was at Boy Scout Lane when we went to.
I know, but he said like the bodies are in the basement. And
Yeah, that guy for sure.
was a demon.
We might have to break into his house.
I mean, I'm not above criminal activity. We have to solve this case.
I'd like to go back
Especially
there
since there's a
and.
cop car in your driveway.
I mean, remember when we pillaged a village?
I mean,
the podcast's not listening.
every 2 years.
I do want to go back to Sparta, Wisconsin and visit the orphanage where Grandma Rose and her 4 sisters were.
As long as we don't go back to that hotel bar.
Hotel bar.
Nasty.
Oh
And not you, Nikki.
I know that.
Yeah, she gets nasty.
There was the
One drink.
well, we think it was. We thought she was.
It's a they.
I think it was a woman with some baggage in her.
She was grinding on
I mean, we're out
Mason
there.
and
She grabbed my head and was thrusting my head while she was standing on the table.
Rusty, she gave you a full-on concussion.
Yeah.
and even Destiny got a little territorial because that's her brother and you don't mess with Desi's
Well, I mean,
brother.
we had to climb up in her vagina to get Mason back out, so
Yeah.
she was cramming in there.
Where did she have one? All I saw was sausage.
I mean, when
I
you
think
look
she-
at the testicles, it looked like a vagina.
I think she had some heavy meat curtains.
Yeah, I think that's what I was slapping in the head. The
Oh,
curtains with the weights at the end.
but she knew I didn't like her from the minute she walked up.
Fuzzy drinks.
She goes and sits in our booth. we're all sitting in a U-shaped boat, and this
She's so cute.
creature of unknown origin
From Purgatory. Yeah.
sits down, tries to sit next to me, but she sat one ass cheek on my left thigh, and I just went, ugh. And I backed up and scooted away
I mean,
from her.
before
She
we-
goes, I know you don't like me.
I mean, this was like in the midst of COVID too.
And I mean, before she even like came over by us, we saw her over at the bar. She was kissing one guy, and another guy had his hand down her pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
What
she
in-
the chick.
And the thing is, she
Yup.
was like 60.
I think she was high 40s, but life was real hard on her.
Rough. Anywho, I want to go to Sparta, Wisconsin, to the orphanage where Grandma Rose and her 4 sisters were. I want to, there's a cemetery there for kids that passed away while they were living at this orphanage.
I
And
missed something while I was talking. First we were talking about Nasty Nicky, now we're talking about orphanages.
no, I said I got off of that because
Okay.
it's just so gross.
Okay.
But I'd like to do a live there and show everybody.
I want to go back to that Boy Scout camp so bad. Like right now. Like end the podcast, let's go. We're already here.
That's
Every
what
week.
triggered that
It's
whole
like 7 o'clock.
adventure,
6 o'clock.
that whole adventure
Mm-hmm.
where, you know, the whole townsfolk started chasing us out of town.
Was once
driving
we
down
met him.
because they've got,
Mhm.
on Boy Scout Lane, they have cameras and it says, you know, there's signs that say, smile, you're on camera. And we didn't even pay attention to them. We weren't on private land.
We weren't
were
on
actually
Berlin and we
in-
weren't doing anything disrespectful.
No.
Because the cops that we met the night before
Yep,
are the ones that actually told us about the place. And they said we had full permission to go there as long as you didn't go onto the private property.
Because they said that somebody went onto the property and got his head, he
yeah, he got
got
shot
killed.
and killed.
Got his head blown off.
Yep.
By the property owner.
And that
The guy we met.
raises my intrigue. It makes me go, we gotta
Well,
try
we
it.
don't know if that's the guy that owns that other stuff.
That's true.
But, I mean, I don't.
When we went to Boy Scout Lane, we got so much. When we were like on that trail, like that trail
And
that
then
was
the
like in
radio
there,
was acting up and.
it started playing random songs from like the
From, like,
40s.
Yeah.
Like this is 106.1. What are we doing?
And then it was a country station, but then it was playing like 40s rock.
Yeah.
And then it was like 60s music, and then we'd, you know, like start talking, and then it'd answer with like a song, like one line of a song that would answer the question we asked. And then it'd switch songs, and
Off topic. But is that hotel with Nasty Nicky? Is that the one where the guy was taking pictures of us in the pool?
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's the hotel in Prairie du Chien.
Yeah. Everything about that hotel was creepy.
It wasn't too creepy that I won $1,800 in one night on the slot machine.
It was creepy that we were getting our pictures taken while we're in a pool when our pants are coming down when we're on the slide.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the problem with today's
She's using her
society.
bobbers, and she comes up, her swimsuit top didn't.
You know where else I want to go? I want to go to Burlington, to that cemetery again with all those wooden unmarked headstones. Because we
Outback
really
Steakhouse.
got lots, what?
Or go to Outback Steakhouse.
Oh, wait, ghost hunting. I'm talking ghost
You can
hunting.
go there on the way.
I heard it's haunted.
Yeah, I'm sad. Okay, so,
I'm
some
sorry,
of
what
you.
does the potato say? I don't know.
Some of you know that I finally finished the editing that Bill did for me. I made all the corrections, I guess you could say. And it's just a matter now of, and Mason pulled all the copies of Mr. Christopher Wants to See You
And Fire Within Me.
and Fire Within Me, because we're tweaking things and changing things and
We're gonna do a relaunch.
yep. But the relaunch is going to be, I want it to be epic, especially for Mr. Christopher. Missy got this machine, it's called a Cricket.
And not just when you hear when Missy makes a joke.
So we can make the signs that I want to make, because I want to take black signs and put Mr. Christopher Wants to See You with the new website for Mr. Christopher. and just randomly put them throughout the state of Wisconsin. I'm hoping to get some in Indiana, some in Michigan, and just randomly put these signs out and have people wonder what the hell they are, you know?
Oh, you know what that sounds like?
What?
Road trip.
Well, dirt.
I'm gonna do now. Oh.
But when the people go to the website, I just want it to be a black screen until we do the launch of the book, the relaunch.
Mm.
I want it to be a black screen with a very dark, ominous voice, saying something like, what were we talking about? Like, I'm glad I got your attention. Now that I've lured you in, please be sure to sign the guest book and you'll get updates on Mr. Christopher.
Mm.
I don't know. Something creepy, something cool, something dark, and get her done, you know? I'm also having Mason tweak the cover of the books. And like I said, working on that whole marketing of Mr. Christopher, the relaunch. Missy got the Cricut machine, and I'm. Mia, would you get Frost off the window? He's gonna disconnect us.
Yeah, I have to coach.
I'm gonna get this printing press so that we can make the t-shirts and the signs and whatnot. I think it'd be cool to make hats, jackets, sweatshirts. That's my cat terrorizing the blinds on the window. Yeah, but I'm also working on the trademarking of this because I do have, what is it called? Trademark pending, I guess, for my new company, Boss Bitch. And it's to empower women to be stronger, more independent, and fierce. And also, I want to trademark Mr. Christopher and Fire Within Me. And we're going to have all these products out and this whole apparel line. It takes time, it takes money, it takes patience, and I have none of the above. So, yeah, I guess that's about it as far as what we're working on. Anything new with you, Mason?
No.
I asked him as he put a chip in his mouth.
Junior mint.
Oh, Junior Mints.
Switching it up.
Yeah, I have sweet and salted.
What about you, Missy? Anything new?
Whatever you want, whatever.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna take everything away from you and just have you and a laptop in a room.
We're gonna put her in my office.
Me and I were talking about that yesterday when she was talking about like her ACTs. I have a problem with like staring at a clock and watching the numbers change, but I blink right before it changes, so I have to stare again.
Why in the hell?
I don't know.
You should be that devoted to your homework.
Yeah. No. We're gonna lock you in my office here with just
She'd nap.
your homework.
For sure.
I'll sit in
Don't
here.
threaten me with a good time.
I'll sit in here like the teacher during study hall.
Okay, I'll get an air horn and every 5 seconds I'm gonna blast it.
I live with Maverick, it would not be. His scream's almost like an air horn.
True.
Where do you guys wanna go for some trips?
Anywhere.
Outside.
Oh, no shit, because when you live in like Wisconsin and Indiana and Michigan, anybody that lives up here in the Midwest, I guess you would call it, we have really shitty inclement weather. And it's like the only time you really want to venture outside is from late April, possibly, until the end of October. The rest of the months get trapped in.
I'm not happy when I don't mind the weather, just don't weather on the road.
The road.
Yeah.
You can snow as much as you want on the grass.
Just not the road, so I can stay on the road.
Well, I'm not fond of cold either. You know, everybody was asking me, why aren't you out doing some ghost hunting? Girl, because I don't like it when my nipples slide down my pant legs.
Why are they sliding if you're cold?
Icicles.
The same place.
Stand place.
Anyway,
When it's hot, they would slide.
okay, well, that either. But no, I don't like cold weather. And you're out there and you're trying to maneuver your equipment with frozen fingers.
I mean, we could have done indoor ghost hunt things.
Where?
Yeah, fun places.
Yep, that's
Not
your
in
job.
Florida, lady? Oh.
Yeah, that's your job.
No.
Look
I
at
like,
that. At one place that we did stuff through, not gonna name names, because I mean, I'm not here to.
Promote
anybody. Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
I
other
like-
paranormal team that does,
We're not talking names,
yeah, I know.
but the one that we did.
Insane
there,
Asylum. I want to go back there.
Mm-hmm.
I would if it wasn't them.
Find somebody else. 'Cause I'm sure that other group that we ran into at the cemetery.
I don't want to go with another group. I want to be able to contact the people and just have us go in there.
Mhm.
Yeah, but you're gonna pay through the wazoo. I mean, that
Imagine-
one person that we ran into at the cemetery,
We could play hide and seek in there.
she said that just to go to like the Pfister, you're gonna pay like 10 grand for one night. No, they do, they
I
charge
think-
you.
We can do our own research and figure out.
Yeah, because I think other groups are going to tell you higher prices so you don't get in on their stuff.
And the ones that do the tours, well, they're gonna jack up the price because, I mean, they're not gonna do it unless they're making profit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I did contact the Pfister and they never called me back, so what I think I wanna do is just rent out 2 rooms for the night as just, hey,
I was gonna say, why do we have to go there and be like, oh, we're gonna do a ghost hunt, well, why can't we just rent a room and just do
So
it on
like the
thing?
hotel,
we
yeah.
can still
But you
ask.
can't rent a room at Insane Asylum.
No,
I'm
well, I
saying.
mean, possibility.
Depends
who
on
knows?
the
It's
people.
closed.
Mine's already
Oh yeah, mental illness.
reserved.
But we can still ask the person at the front desk questions, you
I mean,
know?
you get a feel for them first.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the people at the front desk
I
are
mean, if
tired
you
of
got this
being
Karen sitting at the desk and she's just all uppity and sippity.
I mean, it's like, you know, that one hotel we stayed at when the cops, you know, were telling us because that one car was stolen and found in the parking lot. You know, you just gotta feel them out a little bit. And at
That's against
first,
the law.
I mean, the cop didn't like
If
it.
they don't like it,
The cop didn't like it.
no complaints.
Um,
Complaint
Cause
box
at first,
empty.
the guy at the service desk seemed real standoffish.
yeah,
But then we were out there talking to the cops and like the whole conversation got going. And then he kept coming out, like he would get frustrated when people would go up to the desk like, oh my God.
I gotta go to work.
And then he'd come running back out like, okay, what did I miss? Like,
Those
Right.
cops sat there for hours just talking to us
Well,
about
they had to
ghost
wait
hunting.
for-
Well, I think that town isn't hopping, you know what I'm saying? So I think the cops, whether
They also
there
said
was
they're-
work to do or not, would have sat there talking.
They
to
also
us.
said they were tired of sitting in the car. They like standing and having conversation
Yeah,
with non-criminals.
well,
Oh,
yeah,
that's it.
because this guy asked him like, oh, do you want me to send so-and-so? They're like, oh, no, we got it.
Mhm.
well, see, the way we do things is like when we went to that one place in Oconomowoc, we call, what university was that?
We went to UW Whitewater.
Oh, yeah, Whitewater,
I say,
Wisconsin.
I kind of walk as though my tire tried to race us to the cemetery.
Yeah,
Or send us to the
Jesus took
cemetery.
the wheel, let me tell
We
you.
took the
wrong
wrong one.
But
Next time I'm gonna have a sign made. This one, not these ones.
when we went to places like University of Whitewater, we call ahead, we clear it with campus security and the local police department. We're not just out there invading places and trespassing and doing stuff illegally. We do try to keep it on the up and up. We had no idea when we went to Boy Scout Lane. We just were driving and we went, oh, cemetery, and we stopped in. Well, that's when
We're on our way
ran-
home.
that's when we ran into Crazy Dude on the
And-
bike.
Yeah, because we didn't realize, well, no, the crazy doing of it was after we had the whole experience in Boy Scout.
Yeah,
And then we were driving and we're like, okay, we might as well head home, like we don't know what else to do.
The cemetery was right
On the
It
left.
was on- Yeah, it was on
Yeah.
that road.
on Cemetery Road.
No, the road we had to turn onto was Cemetery
Yeah.
Road.
The cemetery was on Cemetery Road.
we were done with Boy Scout Lane.
Yeah.
We started driving down the regular street,
driving
busy
this
street.
way.
And it was on the left-hand side.
Left hand
Yep.
side, and all of a sudden I just like slammed on the brakes. I'm like, oh, cemetery.
Yep.
And then we turned, and the road we turned onto, and the cemetery is on the right hand side, creepy gas
Mhm.
house on the left. And I heard saying, but that was cemetery road.
Yeah.
But I don't remember what that main where we got chased by the UTV, what that road was.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't that in Clover?
And so, possibly.
Where is Bloody Bride Bridge? Because it was like like the next town over, wasn't it?
I don't know, we were
It was
driving.
like 45 minutes
We
away. I think.
literally drove like infinity symbol all over that area.
We did. We just drove random places.
Yeah, we're just like, okay, left turn, right turn.
Yeah, we would look up the whole area and find the most haunted areas and like, that's why we stopped in that one restaurant, because it was supposed to be, you know, like this tourist thing. Oh, haunted cafe.
That's because
blah, blah,
at that
blah.
restaurant was where that one guy, that's where the prostitutes used to
Yeah.
stay.
And that one guy killed the bartender.
Yep, because he got rough with a prostitute.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to look at more of these places. And I mean, we don't have to stay in
Stevens Point.
Wisconsin.
Well, it says it's near Stevens Point, but, it is Clover.
Is
Mhm.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
Or,
Then there's also a haunted Boy Scout trail filled with monsters and witches in Eau Claire.
Uh-oh.
Even if they sound stupid, honestly, we can go and just do
It's
whatever.
the Boy Scouts most haunted trail filled with monsters and witches. And there's like videos.
no mind, it is Stevens Point. That one bar was in Clover.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's when they started chasing us out of town.
Oh, never mind.
Why?
That was just a freaking haunted house hosted by this freaking Boy Scout.
No thanks. No, I want to find real urban legends and go and try to find out for ourselves whether it's true or if we can debunk it.
You know what would be really haunted
What?
is old like Indian land.
You got to be very careful with that because.
When I'm saying stuff that's not like protected, we can't.
Well, almost all of Wisconsin is Indian land. What's going on?
No. Delilah's just up there with Tony and they're talking about.
Oh, okay. She had to go check on Delilah. In mid-conversation, she just disappears. Yeah, I don't know. I want to say to anybody that's listening to this podcast that they should stay tuned because starting next month, we're going to be taking you on live trips with our Supernatural Sunday podcast and with our Sixth Sense Paranormal Investigators podcast. And I see big things coming for this summer. I'm hoping that you'll all join us for that. Anywhere in particular you want to go, Missy?
I'm really like that Boy Scout camp. I really want to go back there.
Yeah, I just want to avoid dead dude on a bike.
I mean, that's
I want to
the
encounter
worst
that dude get on a
experience.
bike.
I
But
didn't
now
hear
that-
any of you at that time.
I want to see him again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was part of the experience, and now we're gonna be more on guard. So I really want to get a camera for my truck. It
Yeah.
attaches to your rearview mirror.
A GoPro, I have one.
Well,
No, this attaches right. It's the rearview mirror, and it's built into it, so it doesn't like hang, and you can't tell that it's there.
Oh, okay.
And I want to get one of those for one of our road trips because there's so much that happens around us that we don't even see sometimes.
Well, yeah. I mean, when
And
we were
what was that
looking
guy
at them, we were.
trying to distract us from by coming, over, and then he kept moving, so we, like, our eyes, we would follow him, it's obviously, like,
Yeah, he was a
Respectfully,
bird of
no.
vision away from
and he
something.
kept, like, turning us, and we'd be looking over this way, and then all of a sudden, we started noticing the house and the cop car and little things, and then he, like, moved, so we weren't.
well, me and Desi, as soon as he walked over, we pulled our cameras out and were recording.
Yeah.
So even though I was recording, but I was still keeping an eye out on everything.
Mhm. And, well, as soon as we got out of the vehicle, I went straight to the cemetery.
Mhm.
And then also, by the time I got out of my truck and walked up just a little bit,
Well, I was standing there, all of a sudden I went, Mason. And I pointed because I
Because you
see.
went to get your jacket on.
Yeah,
Yeah, you guys were getting your equipment and stuff. I went to read the sign
yeah.
or something.
yeah,
like that.
Dusty and I were.
But I saw him coming like a
Yeah.
bat out of hell
No.
No, she was.
in tall grass. He drove a bicycle, this old mountain
I never
bike.
saw him approach us.
Oh, I did.
And it would
Yeah.
have took a hot minute for him to get across that field.
When I saw him, he was
I'm like
fairly close.
I'm like a
Yeah.
third of his age, and it would have took me a hot minute to get across that field.
Yeah,
He
this
was an
dude was old.
athletic man.
And
Actually,
I mean,
you're a murderer.
after we went back and saw the pictures that Mason and Destiny took on their cell phones, because they're really slick about it. I didn't even know they were taking pictures or videos. And then we get back in the car and we're driving, and then they're showing me all these pictures and shit. After I did my "we may be kidnapped, this may be the last day on earth" type video. But that's when we noticed more things about him, like he had no feet inside his shoes.
I didn't mean to add the creepy noise. I was my finger across the table.
But and like scars and
If we
bruises
wouldn't-
all
If
over
we
him.
went to take the videos, we'd have nothing to go off of.
Yeah.
And nobody would believe anything. Like they're like, okay, you're
Yeah.
like,
Well, if anybody listening wants to check out some of these videos, they're on my
OnlyFans?
no.
subscribe today.
Which site did we put that on? Are they on YouTube?
We didn't post the videos.
No.
I thought we did.
So you posted pictures
Pictures.
on Facebook,
Oh,
but that's,
shit.
you know.
Well,
go back.
I'll tell you what, before next
The highest
weekend-
bidder gets the video.
Subscribe today.
We gotta make some
Before
money.
next weekend, I want to get those videos up on YouTube,
Uh-huh.
or somehow make like a slideshow out of the pictures.
We also didn't really want to.
Well, we
Put
wouldn't have
him
his
out there
face-
too much.
We wouldn't have his face in the picture.
Well,
We can't.
we can show certain parts that don't show identity, you know, like the neck.
Yeah, well, nothing, like I said, nothing on the face, because
Yeah.
that's very identifiable, like the different, even scars and stuff.
We just
can be-
guessed.
Whatever.
Okay. I mean, and we just have to start doing more lives and, I don't know, kind of exposing what we find. That's the whole premise of what we do.
Mm,
I go to have fun.
Yep.
Yeah. I think I had the most fun at Bloody Bride Bridge.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely that tunnel at night. Oof.
I would
I
have
had
loved it a
a hard
lot
time.
more if I didn't, that pond didn't smell so much.
Well, that, and I was struggling to like walk, because I was fat and pregnant. But not the beginning part of the bridge where we went under, when we're headed towards like that wooded area.
Mhm.
Somebody definitely like jumped off the bridge there.
Mhm.
For
Yeah.
sure. Because it was so hard for me to like walk underneath it, and I'm like looking around because I felt like somebody was gonna jump down on me. Like, I had no problem with the other.
So who is up for going to Bloody Bride Bridge again this spring?
Mm-hmm.
Especially since remember how when we first approached from across the street at that park, the pavilion, and we walked across the street and there was, the water is above your head.
Yeah.
You're on the land and the water is way up above your head.
Yeah, with that, I'm like,
Yeah.
I just want to get more of the activity that we did from the pavilion.
Oh yeah, the pavilion was a hot spot.
That's where we had
That's
one
where that
track.
ghost I actually saw a gray hand come in to the window and try to grab me by the neck. And I gasped and screamed and started putting up my window like that's gonna stop a ghost
Yeah.
from coming through. And
Lock your doors.
and then they came around the vehicle and Mason's door handle was like jiggling like crazy and they were trying to get in.
Yep.
That was effed up.
And then Destiny and I saw that light.
Yeah, something flashed back a light because I.
Yeah, because Destiny was flashing her light.
30, 40 feet in the air.
Don't we have any of that on video?
No.
I don't know.
We were shook.
No,
We were all
don't.
using our apps.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
That's why we need different cameras besides the ones on our phone.
Well, I have a tripod for my iPhone and I could put that up.
But you use your
phone for your
other
apps.
apps.
I'll have to take my iPad. You can bring your iPad.
I got an iPad now.
You can bring your iPad.
Welcome to the
And
club.
we can different angles, you know, we can have
I have an iPad.
we can have
I'm Mexican.
All right, you.
I mean,
But when do you want to go?
right now.
Yeah, right.
Because we
How
can
many
bundle up.
languages do I have
What
to
is
say?
today's date? Today is the 12th of March. Show me a calendar.
Show me the plan.
Yoo-hoo.
Right there.
Oh. Because it's not really horribly expensive. We can all cram into one hotel room, right?
Yeah,
Um,
you and Missy can share a bed.
For what?
I don't care.
Cramming into one hotel room.
Yeah, we did that
We've
last
done it
Why,
before.
why should we get 2 hotel rooms when we can all perfectly fit in one?
March.
This used to sleep on my bed up
Oh,
until
shit.
like.
Too bad
a month
Mother's
ago.
Day.
How many
gonna
times
say.
have we done like all of us, the kids, well, like us, whatever, go to a hotel and somebody ended up sleeping in like a chair or on the floor?
Remember that
one? Did we stay out there?
What?
What
for
hotel
sure.
did we stay at? when
You
we
slept
went
in
there?
front of the bed like a dog. So I kept kicking you.
What city was that?
Bloody
The
Bride
Bloody
Bridge.
Bridge.
Bloody Bride Bridge.
She's wondering what hotel we stayed at. Oh, that was that horrible hotel. The one
Well,
that.
that's the one we talked to the cops and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
the hotel wasn't the best. He said we never stay there again.
It was dirty.
But he also said, don't go up the road that way to stay at
Yeah,
hotels because that's where people were like overdosing and dying in the hotel rooms.
Lovely.
I mean, it's not a good city to.
For sure, I mean, if
Well,
you
is there a
wanna.
neighboring city?
We can look more.
I don't know.
Yeah,
You have
we
my
can-
phone.
I'm looking.
We'll have
What
to-
date do we want to go?
I mean,
wanna
we
go
can-
on that
we can-
Friday?
We can,
Yeah, we can plan it.
Yeah.
I know what time we're the second.
No, I want to plan it now.
I mean, yeah, I prefer to leave
I make
What?
plans.
Tanner's schedule
Okay.
on Friday. That way-
You want to say the 31st?
Oh,
This month. Today's the 12th. That's in 19 days.
We can pencil it in maybe.
Yeah, cause my calendar with everything on it is at home on the fridge.
Yep.
Oh, wait, that would be too cheesy because that's the weekend of April 1st. And everybody would think it was like an April Fool's type thing.
That's on them.
we care why.
Nobody didn't care what people thought.
Mm-hmm.
True that. All right, let's tentatively arrange it
And I'm not
for
12, I don't do April Fools anymore.
March 31st.
Just wait. Your toilet seat's gonna have whipped cream on it.
I did put like poppers on the toilet seat for Tanner. And
I'm for sure gonna put saran wrap on the toilet for
I
you
tried
guys.
that.
You guys aren't observant.
I tried it on Tanner though, the most unobservant person ever, and he saw it. And it was like shrink wrapped on there.
I'll use window plastic and use a hair dryer.
I did.
Oh, well.
But I want to do
You're
a
actually too
whole,
bad at it.
I want to stay there Friday night and Saturday night.
Yeah.
And get as much lives in as we can. I don't mean like older people's lives, I mean live streams.
Yeah.
So, all right, I think on that note, we're gonna set it up tentatively for March 31st. We'll let you know for Soiton next Sunday on our Supernatural Sunday at 4 p.m. Central Time, roughly. We're never on time lately.
We'll have 2 Supernatural Sundays in a row then.
Why?
Next week is Supernatural Sunday.
Uh-huh.
Wait,
And then the
Supernatural.
weekend after that is the trip.
Oh, never mind. Supernaturals. Oh wait, Supernatural.
He's checking.
I got you.
Okay.
We good. March 31st tentatively, but we will let you know for sure next Sunday, 4 p.m. Central Time on Supernatural Sunday. Until then, take care of each other, be nice to each other, and enjoy your week. God bless. This is Nikki Luciano signing off.